Well, after Andrew got the phone call, he called me and I just burst into tears.
And then obviously we found ourselves in a homeless situation.
I had an operation and lost my right leg, obviously the lower part, and I lived upstairs, it was 14 steps up. Who could push this down 14 steps and up 14 steps to get out?
I had a state of security with the housing association. I wasn't left by the wayside. Help was there for whatever you wanted. All questions were asked. And when we got to the rent side of it, then the housing officer would come and sit down. If there were any issues within the whole of the project, we could resolve them and therefore share that information with the rest of the neighbours, which worked very well. You're not isolated in any way.
In a day, I might do 6 or 8 visits out with people, so it's getting out to see those residents and giving them that personal touch that they need, because they might need further support, and we're there to give it to them.
Well, I moved in 2009, so nearly 10 years now I've been living here. The original carpets were still down when I lived here, so they were a bit worn, a bit old. And it was like walking on concrete, if you know what I mean. It was just like walking without no carpet there at all, really. Well, I've got more than arthritis. I've got a leg problem, back problem and that sort of thing. And of course I've got a bit of arthritis in my hand, so the writing's not very good anymore. And I looked up on my computer for grants, and then the housing association I was with had to fill the forms in for me. And within 2 weeks maybe, I had the carpets fitted. They helped out a great deal at the housing association, and I'm really pleased about that, because there's no way I could afford to do it on my own. So it was half the battle, half the battle.
The letting agents rang me on the way home from my split shift at work and said, "I've got some bad news, and unfortunately the landlord wants to sell the house and wants it back in 6 weeks' time." You know, I was thinking 6 weeks, so that's not long enough to find a property or save money for rent and deposit or anything. So I didn't really know what to do or where to turn at that point.
So everything you feel that you've achieved is also just being taken away from you at the same time. And it wasn't our fault. I didn't choose to be homeless.
After going through what I went through, how many weeks it took to recover all that business, I was starting to talk about when I move out. It's all spinning in your head, you know what I mean? You're thinking, I've lost a leg. I think, no, I wasn't. I was thinking, where they're going to move me. Because number 7, I lived upstairs, was 14 steps up. I thought, I don't want to leave here. I've got my mates here and everything, the area I love and everything. I thought, no, I don't want to go to a bungalow even. I mean, I mentioned to Nicola, there's a vacant flat, number 5 downstairs flat, because I knew there'd be trouble with 14 steps. Nicola took over it. She did it. She knew what to do, who to talk to, when to get in. The sister told me, you've got number 5. You've got number 5, you're downstairs. I was just thinking I don't have to move anymore. And it's just brilliant. You can't get better than that. Especially help somebody with mental health when they're down and low and confused.
Although I'm specifically going there to look at rent, that doesn't mean that we can't look at other areas of support throughout our business to help people. It might be with form filling, it might be applying for other benefits to give themselves more income coming in, even so much as helping people get into involved within their community. All those little things that are impacting on that person might affect the way that they can manage their mental health, or it can impact their health in physical ways.
I mean, I live here with my daughter, and it's nice to hear like my daughter singing away up there, because I know she's all right and she's happy, and that's what it means to me, this home. It just feels safe.
When we went into private renting 3 years ago, when we first moved in together, it's all exciting, isn't it? And you never ever think that this situation is ever going to happen to you, and you think you're secure, and I think that's the main thing, that it can happen to just about anybody.
And then obviously we found ourselves in a homeless situation, having to go through the council for help and support.
And then when the council turn around to you and say there's only 2 people that can make you homeless, and that's a county court judge and yourselves, they're then putting it back on you that you've put your kids in that situation. I didn't choose to be homeless. I just think that's not fair, that's not right.
And then was put into temporary accommodation. If I had to give up work to be able to go into the temporary accommodation, to be able to drive the kids to school every single day.
You don't know if where you're staying is fully going to be paid for, or whether at the end of your temporary accommodation you're going to get billed for thousands and thousands of pounds that you haven't got because of the situation you're already in. To feed the kids, we sold our furniture. You can't stay in a hostel with children when they're stag do's, it's just impossible.
This house got put up on the Home Choice Cornwall Council website. So after the bidding closed, I phoned Cornwall Council and I said, look, I placed a bid on this house. Could I have the contact numbers of who's involved with it? And then that's when I ended up speaking to Tamsin.
I mean, she was brilliant. Within 20 minutes, we knew we had this property. No matter what you're going through, just knowing that you're going to have a key to your own front door is like 10 ton of weight taken off of you. You know you're going to be able to give your children what they should have and what every child's right to have, which is a warm and loving home.
It also puts them at ease sometimes to be able to have a conversation with you about the things that are most personal to them or causing them an awful lot of worry or stress. So if we can help across the whole organisation with various different things, it might be that that's the big change that they can then turn things around and manage them, you know, themselves and be able to make a massive difference to their lives.
So you've got a housing association that are there and really willing to help you, but then on the other hand, what you've been told from the council, so you're going from one extreme to another, and what they did for us was give us hope.
I have never felt so secure. I am happy. I got a home with a capital H that I feel warm and comfortable in. If I got the slightest of problems, which there are very, very few, I know I can call on a housing association to help me, and they will be there. They will not let me down.
How long did we have?
He does it on purpose.